All right, welcome back, everybody. Kyle Bazzi here, president of Benzinga.com, with your next company that we're interviewing for the Benzinga Fintech Awards. It is SEIN Analytics with Samuel Belu-John. Samuel, what's going on, man?
Hey, how are you, Carl? Great to be
How'd I,
here with you.
how'd I do on the name?
You did perfectly, perfectly.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, so I had not heard of SEIN Analytics before this. I've been getting to know a lot about the company. For everyone else that hasn't heard or been able to check out your guys' site, give us a little background to start the conversation on what you guys do and how it started.
Well, basically, we are a cloud infrastructure, Kyle. How we started was I was a portfolio manager for almost 6 years, working with several different startup asset managers. The space we were focused in was asset-backed securities, i.e., think circa 2008, what caused the Great Recession. And what happened was at each hedge fund that I went to, I realized I was recreating the same infrastructure to manage data, cash flows, analytics, and at my last fund, which was JNF Asset Management, which was started by David Smilo, who was the founder of E-Trade Bank. I had brought on Ann to sort of look through some of our user interface that we were creating, and we just started talking, and within 2 years we decided that we could do something that would alleviate this problem of like bringing the data and analytics together in a unified framework and really solving a problem that I had encountered several times.
Those are the best problems to solve are the ones that you have. Talk about more about the company. Now, you're one of the co-founders and CEO, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, and then how many people are at the company and where are you guys located?
Well, Ann and I are both full-time. We're the two founders. We work very closely with Zen Technologies. They are basically the platform's architectures. They do a lot of auditing of the work that we do to make sure the platform is absolutely zero configuration. And then we have two UI people who work with us on a freelance basis, and we just hired a junior person to help with the data. So we're about 5 people.
All right. Are you guys funded? Where are you at? And when did you guys launch?
Well, we started the company in 2010, and what we did was we took some time to sort of build a prototype. We finished the prototype, in 2011, end of 2011, and we decided that before we put any more money into this, let's go out and do a proof of concept. And that proof of concept took us to, almost 7 cities, talking to financial experts, being part of competitions, the Google Gigabit competition. In the Tribe took us to Belfast, again presenting in front of a bunch of bankers. And bar none, Kyle, the response we got was, this is a great idea, you guys should go forward and build the beta. And so we started building the beta around middle of 2012.
All right. I know you guys are in Brooklyn. What is the startup scene like there? You know, is there some cool incubators? If anyone from the fintech space that's just starting a company is looking for an area that's really conducive to success for fintech companies, is Brooklyn somewhere to go?
I honestly do believe so. We not only hang out with the guys in Brooklyn, we also hang out with some of the incubators and support networks that are in Manhattan. Right now, we just got into the Value Stream Labs incubator. It's a fintech incubator. We've been working with those guys since the start of last year. That's been great. One of the things those guys helped us do was get us in front of some really cool beta testers, like really big names. They tested the product, and we got really, really good feedback on the product back in November.
All right. Give us the baseline of who we are. Who is your customer that you guys are trying to sell to?
Our customers are going to be small to mid-sized hedge funds who are trading in this space, or banks that are looking to purchase and house whole loans in this space. We just got our first transaction, got awarded our first transaction, hasn't closed yet. It's a small transaction where we are using the data that we've seeded the application with to sort of sell off a $7 million pool to a bank or a hedge fund. We've been working with a potential buyer. They've gone through using our platform to do some initial due diligence on the pool tape, and we're now waiting for some bids to come back. But this was not what we originally built the platform for, but it's turning out to be a potentially niche area that we can actually generate some revenue from very quickly. So we're excited about that.
Groupon's first iteration was a charity website, so finding what the customer wants is where the money's at. Uh,
Exactly.
so frame the problem a little bit better for us, for people that are, aren't in the institutional space, not in the professional arena. What is the exact problem for these mid-size or small-size hedge funds and banks that they're finding? And obviously, you went through as well when you were in that space.
Okay, let's to answer that, Kyle, I'm just going to take a step back a little bit to, let's say, circa 2008, and bar none, what you got from reading the papers was that most of the buyers of mortgage-backed securities or asset-backed securities really did not know what they were buying, and the reason for that is these securities are data intensive. A simple mortgage-backed securities will have 6,000 loans and get updated monthly. So you're talking about gigs and gigs and gigs of database. I mean, excuse me, gigs and gigs of data. Our database right now is almost 200 gigs. We're covering about 45 million loans. So building the infrastructure to manage and query and work with that data is no easy feat at all. And it's, from my perspective, it's a very, very expensive endeavor. In my last 3 funds, we spent approximately $1 million, $1.5 million to build that infrastructure. We are offering that infrastructure at a base rate, we believe, when we start to ship out the platform for about $350,000. Zero configuration. You can scale as many servers as you want to. The database, you can take it with you. It's completely modularized, and the feedback we got, I can be honest with you, when we beta tested it, was consistent. People liked the product. They thought we were solving a really, really nice problem.
Most people that aren't actually professional money managers or hedge fund managers don't realize how much cost and infrastructure there is to actually running those firms. So you guys are taking some of that cost and lowering it, the barriers to entry, it sound like, to become a hedge fund manager or manage money in some way. Now, do they actually own this platform? Are they licensing the platform from you guys? Or how are you making your money on that in that way?
We software as a license is our preferred terminology for this. What we do is we set up the infrastructure for them. They have the ability to manage that infrastructure and scale that infrastructure as they choose to. Most of our cloud instances run on AWS, but what we've done and how we've developed the platform is basically give the user the ability to take certain components of it in-house or keep some of it in the cloud. So it's completely flexible. They can do as they want and manage it as they want, which I think is really something that really differentiates what we're bringing to the customer as opposed to what's currently available out in the market.
Samuel, being in the space for a while, you know that only over the last few years has fintech really become a buzzword people want to associate with. Tell us why you guys, in a 30-second elevator pitch, SEIN Analytics are one of the most innovative companies out there and deserve to win the Benzinga Fintech Awards.
Kyle, we started this company before fintech was really even a buzzword. When we started pitching this idea out in Silicon Valley and Belfast and even down in Kansas City, people were like, "This is a niche product. This is a niche area. We don't understand finance." And we stuck through it. We continue to improve and integrate different open source big data components into the platform. And I think it shows in terms of what we've been able to do with it. And I think we were here before fintech was here, basically.
All right, everybody. Again, that is Samuel. Let me see if I can get it right again. Belu-John from SEIN
Yay!
Analytics. Go check out. Samuel, thanks for joining, man.
Thank you so much, Kyle.
All right, go check out more from SEIN Analytics at benzingafintech.awards.com. Also see the other 115 companies that applied to show us why they're one of the most creative companies, the most creative products, and have the most creative people and innovation in the fintech space to help you create wealth through the markets. Until next time, this is Kyle Bazzi, president here at benzinga.com. We'll see you next time.